Hello, it is Katie again, and this is day 13 of a video day in October. We'll be doing a non-card thing today. I'm going to be using the mini treat bag Thinlits dies from Stampin' Up. That'll be Halloweeny, obviously, but I have two of these and I have a new one because the first one I got, it wasn't die cutting well, like it wasn't cutting through as crisp as it should, I guess. So they sent me another one. I actually never opened it. This is probably, God, 3 years old at this point. So I'm going to open this one and hope that it cuts better. I don't actually know where this opens out. But this is the only like treat bag slash box thing. It's not a box. It's like a flat pouch basically that you can slide some stuff into. It's actually kind of tight. So I should probably get a treat box die at some point, but this is the only treat type thing that I have. I'll probably replace this with magnets. Oh, this has been on here a long time. I'm going to pause while I take all this off, and then I might cut down some magnet sheets really quick to stick it back in there. So I will be right back. Okay, so I got off the two pieces that I'm going to be using. I'll do the rest of these later. This tape is super strong. Most of it just came off of the tape, but those are the two pieces, and hopefully I remember how to put it together. But I'll set these aside. This is just kind of a disaster. So those are going to go on magnets later. So these are the pieces. It's got the smaller piece and the bigger piece, and you fold them together and then we'll figure it out. So put this aside. So I have to use my Big Shot, and then I have these two. A long time ago, I sat down with a friend who had this set from Stampin' Up, and I stamped and die cut some things. So I have these I may add to it. And then I have some bat, they're just called glitter bats. They look kind of like resin stickers, so they're sticky on the back, but they have glitter in them, and they look like little resin bats. And then I have the Lawn Fawn tag dies. I actually forgot I had these. So I do have a tag die. I'll probably be including one of these on the front. I'm not sure which one. Depends on how big it is. Probably the bigger one. So I've got those as well. And then I will be making this out of this orange. And I've also got some black cardstock for like accents and stuff. I will cut out this part, and then the other one. Keep it all going the same direction. And then run it through the Big Shot. So I will run through the smaller one first. So it'll cut, and then it also embosses a fold line where I need to fold the edges and attach those. So that one cut pretty good the first time. Set that die aside, and then this one is exactly as wide as the platform, so I have to be kind of careful. I think I'll trim this even more because I can't see the edge of the platform, and I want to make sure it cuts, so it should be fine. Hopefully. It's a pretty wide die. It's the widest it can go. Hopefully that cut and I didn't shake you too much. There's just a little bit of the sticky left on there from the tape. So that should be good. Oops. Okay, so I'm going to use my bone folder to fold the edges. There we go. So it's a pretty good fold. It's definitely a lot easier than the Lawn Fawn Shadow Box die that I have. That line isn't terribly well defined, and it's also it's smaller, so it's harder to do. So on that and the things that go inside the shadow box, I feel like I don't fold them straight, and then they don't end up straight in the box, so it doesn't work out very well. But this one's got a pretty good embossed line to work with. So, let's see. Okay, so it'll go like that, and then you seal it closed and then up. So this is wide enough. I'm just going to use my tape gun instead of trying to find the roll of score tape that I am constantly losing. So we'll just line this up, and then I'm trying to think of a better way to do this. Maybe line up that. That's probably easier. It almost matched. Oh well. Okay. And then just put a strip down here. We'll do 2 for extra coverage. Put that down, and then I'm just going to trim really quick this off. I might need to use smaller scissors just so it folds over it a little better. I'm not sure where that went. Okay. So I'll just do that to help it along. Sorry, that's very squeaky. And then we will seal that. Okay. So then also we have the back of that paper peeking out, which it looks like dots the candy, and then candy corn inside. So that's the little treat bag. Like I said, it's just kind of like a flat pouch envelope, but we're going to be decorating that. So for the tag, I wanted to find some sort of color offset. I have 2 paper pads. I have Pebbles Trick or Treat, and then one I got from Queen & Co. Halloween Hoopla. I think it was an older paper pad. So I'll just kind of flip through. I don't want a black one. I want like a kind of something with a white background maybe, and see what works with this background. Purple could work with bats, but I'm adding bats to it. That's still stripes. Pumpkins are kind of cute. Maybe not that one. Let's see. These are kind of shiny, like they have a shiny finish. I could do that. I could do purple. Or green. I'm not sure how that would go. Maybe that one. That one's already got bats on it. If I'm going to add the bat stickers, I don't want that to be too many bats. So, let's see. Maybe we will do... I think this one works because then we can have more area to dress it up. It's not so busy. So I will use the tag die, this one, and cut that out of here. I know this doesn't look very Halloween-y, but we can dress it up to be Halloween-y. And then for this one, I will just use my sidekick. This will section for a minute for me. And then hopefully this doesn't move around, so I don't have to tape it down. I can just pinch it and feed it through. I mentioned in my last video how these were kind of, one of these was kind of bending, but I'm sure I'm supposed to be like alternating the plates, but this one's getting very bent. But that's okay. I like my little mini Big Shot. Okay, so put the tie back. And then I know for this one I want to, I think I'll do, we'll stick with orange. I'll do the orange see-through. And then there wasn't very much ribbon on here to begin with. I feel like I kind of got ripped off there, but oh well. I do want some green accents, so I think we'll do the green sheer with the borders and then some orange. So I will trim a couple pieces of that. I do need more Halloween ribbon though, so I should go find some soon. And then I think, I'm trying to think about how I want to do this. I don't know if this is going to fit through here, but I will try. There. That works. And then we'll just cut off. Make this one at an angle. So if you pinch and fold it and do it at an angle, then you get that little banner end on there. And then I will just do these separately. Okay, so you've got a tag that'll eventually be stuck to here. And I think I'll stick that down now, and I'll use some foam tape. The back of that paper is really cute as well. Okay, that should be plenty. And then we'll put that here. Okay. So I think I wanted also to use some, I should make one with the drippy, this is my drippy goo dye I was talking about in the last video. I do believe it's CS Designs, but the whole sheet came with all of those, so I'm excited to use those. I also have some pumpkin stickers from Recollections that I got from Michael's. I'm probably not putting on this the bag, but I do want to use the piece of the spooky fence, so I think I'm going to cut that out. And I have to use my Big Shot. I'm just going to run this through the Big Shot off camera. I'll be right back. Okay, so I cut out the spooky fence. I also got, just to save some time, I got a yellow piece of glitter. This is from like a pastel collection, but it's still yellow. I'm going to cut a moon out of it, so I'll run that through my little sidekick. And then I only need a portion of the spooky fence, so I'm going to cut off that part, and then probably just about that much. I'm really liking that die. I need to use it more. I also mounted up the Happy Halloween from Pick of the Patch by Lawn Fun, so that sentiment will be going on here. This doesn't have to be sectioned down. I can usually just hold it still. It's not a problem. While I'm feeding the dye through, but suction helps. Oh, that didn't go well at all. I need to cut the paper to the size or it's going to look awful. Let's try that again. Okay, so this goes right to the edge, so that needs to be exact or it's going to crumple, apparently. There we go. Okay, so I've got a moon. This is just a circle die from the Stampin' Up! Circles set that I have. So I will stick down the moon. I'm not going to use foam tape or raise it up. We'll just stick it down to the tag. And that'll go right about there. It's got black cardstock pieces on it. And then I want to stick this down. I think I'll use glue. I have my Nuvo Deluxe adhesive. That dries clear. And I think it'll just be about the middle or so. So I don't need to glue up the edges. Just give it enough points of glue to hold on to. And that should be good. Oops. And then it'll hang off the edges anyway and be lifted up. I could I'm gonna trim this off. I could probably put some foam tape under here to hold those down, or they can stay as is. I'll probably leave them like that. And then, where'd my little drawings go? Oh, here they are. So I'm gonna color in the pumpkins and add those in front. Maybe the little gravestones, maybe just the pumpkins. They're a little bit bigger. So my go-to pumpkin combo recently is YR07 for the darkest, really just the outsides. If they have lines, I might follow those a little bit. And then YR16 for the next one. These ones I'll go bottom to top. Normally I go like from the outside in. Some of those. And then YR15 I've been using for the lightest, just that fill in and blending color. And if you just take the lightest color and color over all of it, it helps blend all of that out, but you can still see the colors you did before. So that is those, and then I can take the colorless blender and kind of force that back in, or it just kind of bleeds out the color. So if you take the 0 pen, I'll zoom in a little to show you this, and just kind of hold it at the edge, or just color over the part that bled out, then it can kind of get rid of it, make it a lot lighter at least. So I will zoom back out, and then I'll just do a green to kind of pull some green from the ribbon that we have instead of a brown stem. So I will just use my tape runner, stick these guys down. So those will be in front of the fence. And then I do want this sentiment. I'm trying to think how I want that. I could also, with some white cardstock in my drawers here, hopefully I'm not shaking you too much, use some of the same colors from the pumpkins and blend those. This wastes a lot of Copic ink, but then I could stamp over that and cut it out. So I will use my Memento, ink that up, and just stamp that in the middle. Hopefully they don't bleed too much into each other. They're all alcohol inks. And then I'll just trim this manually. But if you ever need a piece to match some coloring that you did or anything like that, you can always color it with your markers. Okay. So then we'll stick, I want to fit a bat on here. I think I'm just going to use one of the smaller ones. I haven't opened these yet. So I'll take this little baby bat down here. These are kind of heavy. They have a bat shaped sticky on the back that's pretty sticky. I shouldn't have to add glue or anything to it. So I'll just stick him down to the corner of that, and then I want this to work. Maybe it can be a little, I don't know, seems a little too much sideways, but, and then that's a little too close to the pumpkins. Here, let me see if I can trim this some more. Alright, so we'll sneak that into in between those two. Okay. And then I'm going to use my Wink of Stella to add some glitter. I don't see this a whole lot anymore. Apparently Spectrum Noir made a glitter pen. Maybe people like it better, or they forgot about Wink of Stella, I don't know. Or they've only heard about Spectrum Noir, but I really like this. It works just fine. Sometimes there's a lot of glitter, but you just don't squeeze it. I suppose the moon is already glittery, so this probably isn't necessary, but I wanted to give that a little something. And then this can kind of pick up some ink as well. I'm going to make the pumpkins sparkly too. Why not? We've got a glitter bat, glitter moon, glitter sentiment. So I'll probably make a couple more of these. But yeah, so there is the mini treat bag Thinlits die. If you want to make something like this and then you have that, I would maybe add some foam under there, just little pieces, maybe one under here as well. But that is day 13 for a day, or a video a day, in October. Thank you for watching. Bye.